Hi, I'm Jason, and this is the Cultural Breakdown. It's no secret for everyone who's been paying attention that Disney's been having trouble at the box office lately. Normally, in the past, when they have one area of their revenue kind of slipping, they have other areas that can kind of pick up the slack. Like when the pandemic hit, and the movie production started shutting down. That actually happened to coincide with the launch of Disney Plus, so that was beneficial for Disney because people being forced to stay home, now they can stay home and watch the new Disney Plus platform. So yeah, good for Disney on that one. I mean, that was just lucky timing. But then as things started opening up again, like people started canceling their subscriptions. But fortunately for Disney, that meant the theaters are opening back up, so then they can start bringing movies back into the theater. There, you get money that way. Well, now that's starting to slip. So the only other revenue stream they have that people can actually go to would be the theme parks, and now we're starting to see that go as well. So this from a couple days ago: Disney theme parks surprisingly empty this summer as ticket prices remain high. Part of the reason the high ticket prices is literally to offset the cost of the other stuff that they're having there, because if they're making enough revenue and stuff like that, they're not going to raise the ticket prices in a time like this when already we're almost facing a recession, if we're not already in that. So you don't raise ticket prices in those situations if you don't have to, and the fact that they're doing it is not a good sign for them already. But when you're checking out the numbers for like the wait times and things like that, at Magic Kingdom there was a wait time around averaging 47 minutes for a ride, and this was back in 2019. Then the pandemic hit, and then things started opening back up again, and then in 2022 you saw the wait times were around 31 minutes. So it's not quite as good as what it, I mean, well, I say a high wait time is good, which means there's a lot of people there. It's not necessarily good for the consumer, but I digress. In 2022, yeah, the wait times were 31 minutes. So not as good for Disney, but it's getting back up there because it's coming from the pandemic. But now you're seeing the wait times are 27 minutes this season, which is actually really bad because, I mean, not only did it start going back up again to where it used to be, now it's going back down, which means people are kind of abandoning it. And this was Magic Kingdom. It's actually their biggest park in the world right now. And it still does hold that title of the biggest park in the world. But when you see people leaving like that and not going to it, it's not a good sign, especially when you see things like this where they had plans for expansions that they end up canceling. And I mean, I'm not saying they need to keep expanding, but when you see attendance going down, that means people are not excited about your park anymore. And then the only other way to bring them back is to expand. But by raising prices and then cutting costs like this, it shows that they're hurting for cash and they really just aren't capable of expanding right now. All the while you get places like Universal, which is actually competing with them now and starting to do better than some of their other parks. What is it? Universal Studios Florida and Universal Islands of Adventure outdrawing Disney's Hollywood Studios, Epcot, and Disney's Animal Kingdom, while Magic Kingdom still retains its number one spot. So yeah, this is checking out the theme parks in the country. And yeah, Magic Kingdom, like I said, is still doing better, but you see the people or attendance is actually dropping with those. And then you have Disneyland, which is, yeah, still really popular. But yeah, this is where they're talking about Island of Adventure is starting to gain on the other places. So yeah, you have Hollywood Studios, it's beating that. Then you have Universal Studios Florida, which is beating their Epcot, Animal Kingdom, Disney California Adventure. So I mean, it's not looking good for them. And this is just where things are as is. And then there's still the Universal Epic Universe is going to be produced and opened up in a couple of years, and that's going to draw a lot more attention away from their whole Disney World resort, because like I said, they're canceling projects and basically dialing back their Orlando work there. And then you have Epic Universe, which is going to have open up, and this is what they're having there, where you have the How to Train Your Dragon area, the new expansion to the Wizarding World. So you have Fantastic Beasts, areas for future expansion. And then this is what I think a lot of people are excited about, the Nintendo World opening up, and it opening it up for expansion as well. And actually, this is really cool, Universal Classic Monsters area. So you have all this stuff with Orlando. They're already gaining on them in Disney, and then they're also doing the expansions, which is going to draw even more crowds for it. So right now, unless Disney does something big, either they start making up the money in the box office to help offset the loss of the theme parks, or they start expanding the theme parks at at pretty much a deep cost to them and taking a big financial risk, it's going to hurt them. But I don't know if they are capable of doing that right now, because I think their leadership at the company is incapable of actually making good decisions at this time. And a lot of times, just people are just tired of Disney and tired of them trying to insert themselves into modern politics, and just people just want them to stay out of it. But let me know what you think in the comments. I mean, do you plan on going to theme parks for Disney or any of the Disney parks lately, or would you choose a Universal? Personally, I'm actually excited for the new Universal Epic Universe and do plan on going in a couple years. But let me know what you think about all this in the comments. And if you like this video, make sure you click the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with the latest news. Thank you.